What have you got there? The running man? Fries! Heading to the park for a little snack. Picnic snack. Vlogging.
You're good in vlogging.
Speedy Gonzalez I got with me today.
I want fries.
Don't let a dodgy wait for fries.
No, that's dangerous, especially when she's hungry. Okay, well, we're gonna sit there, but there are a lot of people there as well.
Alright, so this is just gonna be a short, hopefully short, unfiltered kind of vlog. I have so much going on at the moment, and I kind of go in between being super excited and motivated to feeling lost and not knowing what to do, kind of every other day at the moment. So yeah, I thought I would just make this video to just kind of for myself, I guess, and yeah, just talk a little bit about what's going on, little life update on what's happening. And yeah, if you know, or if you follow my channel regularly, you know that I just picked up the ZV-1, and that's the only reason I can see that you clicked on this video in the first place. I haven't really had time to test it out because yeah, I'm working on so many things right now and so much stuff is happening. So now I just thought I would go outside, shoot a little bit of B-roll and just test out the camera a little bit more, get familiar with it, the settings that I've done, so I can start doing some of the videos that I have in mind around the ZV-1, and just take you with me and tell you a little bit about what's happening right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a walk around and gonna bring you around and stop in a few places or go around and vlog and tell you what's going on. So the first thing is that we are currently right in the middle of buying a campervan here in New Zealand that we're gonna travel around in 8-9 months is the plan for now at least. And that's a super exciting process, but it's also kind of terrifying to buy a van, an old used van, and gonna have that to take it around. There's a lot of money as well. But it's been my dream to go to New Zealand for I don't even know how many years anymore, and at the same time do it in a camper van, and I always thought I was going to do it alone, and now I have Joya to do it with, so I'm really excited about it, but I'm also kind of a little bit scared at the same time, I think. I know we're going to save money on doing it, but this whole pivot from between color grading and trying to tell more stories, make more filmmaking, short story kind of videos, is just, yeah, it's taking a dip in the sales, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. That's kind of my third point, but yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm really excited about it. Buying a van, this also feels like the next step in just telling stories, living van life for a while, trying that out, and yeah, so that's the first thing that's going on. It takes a lot of focus away finding a van, and we finally found one. We've made a deal with the people that own it right now, and within a few weeks we're gonna buy it, we're gonna have it, and then we're gonna start our van life adventure as well. Hope the helicopter in the background is not making too much noise, but yeah, that's kind of that's the first thing that's taking up a lot of space and time and energy right now, and have kind of made it hard to focus on working at the same time because yeah, it took a lot of time. Joya mainly has been spending most time just going through all the camper vans on Facebook Marketplace, and now we've spent some time viewing them together, looking into everything, looking into mechanical checks and all that stuff, and there's just a lot of things to be aware of when buying a van. So we've dived into that, and yeah, whenever you do something like that, it just takes a lot of focus and time. So excited to finally start that chapter, and yeah, with that, let's go around a little bit more, losing light slowly, and then tell you about the next thing. so the next thing that's taking up most of my time at the moment is that I'm working on a new product, because I've kind of been lost between, oh, we're losing on the light. I've kind of been lost between how I'm gonna sell my color grading products if I'm not focusing as much on color grading anymore. So what I've decided to do is go back all the way to what did I need when I was starting out as a filmmaker myself, and figure out how can I help with the knowledge that I have from the last 2 years. So the product is, working title right now is a filmmaker's beginner handbook. So what it's essentially gonna be is all of my knowledge about cameras, lenses, accessories, filming, editing, color grading, boiled down to just the basic and simple things, at least to begin with, in Notion. So it's like in a Notion, not template, but like a handbook. So it's not a guide, not telling you buy this lens, do this. It's more my thoughts on all the things to help guide new people who are going into the filmmaking space, whether it's from photography or just in general going to filmmaking, with all of those things, figuring all of that out. Links to YouTube videos that's good to watch, links to YouTube channels, pictures, as much as I can stuff in there to help make that easier and guide towards where to look for the things that you need as a new filmmaker. So that's what I'm working on. It was going to be like a small little thing to start with, be one, and then go from there. But as with always, it's just builds up and becomes much bigger than that. So it's going to take a while. I hope that I can launch it next week. That's the plan. Then I can do it before we have a little road trip, and then before the van and everything. So that's the goal. Writing a chapter every day and then getting it out there. And it's the point is that it's going to be cheap, affordable, not cheap, but affordable. So everyone can get started with filmmaking and get some guidance or like a handbook for doing that. And I can easily update it because it's in Notion as well. So that's what I'm working on a lot right now. And it's kind of hard to balance doing all of that and making videos and scripting and yeah, just a lot going on always. But I really hope that this product can be something that can help a lot of people and also bring in some money to me so we can actually live this van life and do everything that we want to do. So that is what I'm working on at the moment, and that's going to launch very soon. I'll put a link in the description in case you want to sign up to the waitlist and be one of the first to know that it's coming out. Also announce it in my newsletter, but I'll send it out to that small list first. Also for some soft launch pre-test, but yeah, more about that in the email list if you're interested. If not, then that's perfectly fine as well. Shoot a little bit more. I have one last point, two kind of, and then I'm gonna head back up to the apartments. Alright, so the last thing, and now I'm back in the apartment because I tried to film this outside, but this one is definitely the most difficult to talk about. And I've been going back and forth whether or not I should actually say it or not and just leave it out of the vlog. But the last thing that's on my mind at the moment is that I'm kind of a little bit broke again. And I say again because it's not the first time in the last 2.5 years since I've been doing this full time. And as with anything else in life, you keep like stepping up, and now that we can live in New Zealand, that's pretty amazing. But buying this van and everything and having to borrow a little bit of money for that as well for my family is kind of, it's making the situation a little bit tricky sometimes. And it also kind of, it's just annoying to keep being in this situation where I don't have enough money to just be like comfortable. And I've chosen this myself, and I'm not complaining at all because I'm so happy that I can be in New Zealand and I can do all of these things. But it definitely takes a toll and makes it, yeah, it's just a bit tough sometimes. And this whole pivot thing with going from color grading to more filmmaking stuff is also kind of making it a little bit hard. I had 3 good months, the course was selling good, my lots were selling good. Everything seemed to be going in the right direction, and if that had just kept going, it would have been fine. But it's just been diving pretty hard in the past month, 2 months. Still making a little bit, but definitely not enough. I'm struggling to figure out how I get sponsors on this YouTube channel. Feel like I've grown it enough to at least get small sponsors on. I just haven't figured that out. Again, another layer, another thing to add on to everything there is to do. Running a business, making YouTube videos, keeping Instagram going with Reels, kind of keeping the traffic and the interest up there, but also not getting extremely bored and tired of doing the same videos again, which is kind of where I'm at. And at the same time, doing something different and learning new things also just takes a lot of time. So it's kind of this limbo land where I'm just pushing through, and I keep feeling like I keep having to do that. And every time I get to the next little step, I do feel like I'm moving forward. But if it was just like a steady plateau that I could keep jumping onto of like more income, more stability, that would be great. But that's just not how it works, I guess, or at least not for me. Yeah, so sometimes just feeling a little bit lost with all this, feeling a little bit alone. I'm doing all of this with Joya, but my business is my business and she has her own remote job. So just kind of, yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle sometimes. Now I just kind of wanted to open up about that a little bit as well. My drive to make all of this work is definitely what keeps pushing me forward. I have an incredibly supportive family that's always there, having my back and helping me out. And the good thing about buying this van is that it's an investment, because we're gonna buy the van now, and then in 8-9 months when we're selling it, we're expecting to get at least the same price for it, because it's a good van, and then it'll be kind of summer/autumn here in New Zealand. A lot more backpackers are gonna come, and in general, we're gonna maintain the van really well, so it shouldn't be a problem to sell it again. So even though we're spending a lot of money on the van now, we're getting that money back again. And it's better than spending a ton of money in these Airbnbs that we're staying in now that just cost way too much. So yeah, it feels a bit weird opening up to this, about this on YouTube, but yeah, I have no idea how long this video is now. I'm probably cutting a bit, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just a random life update for those few of you who cares at this moment in time. Feels good to do it. Feels good sometimes to just create something, to just say something, to just film something, and without it having to be super cinematic storytelling. Just, yeah, I could be better at talking about these things and being more structured, but sometimes it's also nice to just do this. And I feel like I connect a bit more with you guys, at least some of these videos that I've made in the past, and I do plan on doing a lot more just life-related stuff, fun travel videos, and cinematic stuff at the same time over the next 8 to 9 months, where we're having the van and where I feel like I have, it sounds weird, but more freedom and ability to do that, because we're going to be on the road, because we're going to experience new things. There's more things happening that feels like we can film that and do that. And I know I don't need that to progress into this next cinematic storytelling thing, because I could as easily create stories here in Auckland where we are now. First of all, that's not the point of why we came to New Zealand. That was to do van life. And secondly, sometimes it just helps to get out, do something different, get a new perspective, see new things, to spark that energy, motivation, inspiration. And that's what I'm definitely expecting that this is gonna do. So yeah, random little life update kind of video, I guess. Gonna quickly throw this together now and post it, and then the plan is that the next one is more storytelling. I have some good plans. I also have some tutorials/videos talking about the ZV-1. Yeah, I have a lot on the plate. Product coming out soon. All of these videos coming out. I'm excited for it. Just struggling a little bit from time to time as well, and that's okay. This is part of it. So with that said, I'll just see you in the next video, and until then, take care. I missed.